I've been separated from my husband for like a year and 8 months. We don't speak at all. The last time that I talked to him was December 30th of 2025, and it is now January 30th, 2026. 30 days.
I want you to listen to this lady's account of how she left and blocked her husband of 15 years from contacting her because of reasons best known to her. You're going to hear these reasons of hers, and you'll find out what her husband did that made her to leave and block him. Listen to her account of how the whole thing played out. This one is really interesting.
The last time that I talked to him was December 30th of 2025, and it is now January 30th, 2026. 30 days. And it's very reminiscent of the first 30 days of when I left him, because when I first left, I blocked him for like a month because I felt like he deserved it. I felt like he was being so disrespectful and perceiving me so improperly that I just wanted to take myself away from him.
She left him and blocked him for 30 good days. What are her reasons again? He was disrespectful and perceiving her improperly.
So improperly that I just wanted to take myself away from him. So maybe he would see what he's missing, but instead, bitch, this motherfucker went across the country. So whatever, that's another story. I've been separated now for a year and 8 months, and
You left him, you blocked him, and you expected him to come back crawling and groveling at your feet. Instead of that, he went across the country, and you haven't seen or heard from him for a year and 8 months. Something tells me that man is feeling alive for the first time in a very long time, and he's not in a rush to come back crawling and begging as you expected.
frankly, I really don't feel like getting a divorce, but I also don't feel like going back because I know what I left, and I really don't think that it would change, because people's character is people's character. And once he showed it, I mean, I tried to deal with it, but it wasn't good for me. So I had to go. But anyway, what do you do? Like, how long can somebody stay separated without speaking, you know?
They put themselves in these very unnecessary and avoidable situations, and at the end of the day, they want to know how to get out of it.
That's the question. That's the question that I have, because don't get me wrong, I miss him and I do love him. But the relationship was so unhealthy, it would be crazy for me to go back.
I don't really know the kind of unhealthy she's talking about because she never really said anything tangible or damning that the man did. She said he was disrespectful and perceiving her improperly. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
Is it even crazier for me to not get a divorce? Just to be separated this long? I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's really a tough place to be when you were married, and I was with this man for 15 years, and then now to be separated for over a year and a half, and not have any direction on what I'm doing, because I'm not seeing anybody else. I think about my husband all the time, but the relationship was toxic, and I know I can't go back. What am I gonna do? What do I do? How long do you stay separated from somebody? And I don't want to be committing adultery. That's not what I signed up for, honey. I don't know what he's doing, but anybody got any advice for me? Anything? I'll take anything at this point.
Well, my advice for you is this. You're the one that put yourself in this mess. You never really specified anything that was toxic about the man. You even said you still love him and you think about him all the time. You're the one that left and blocked him. So my best advice for you right now is to get off your high horse, swallow your pride, and call him or text him. I'd prefer you call. You don't have to beg him or anything. Just ask him how he's been. Try to know where his mind is at and try to spark things up again so you can reunite with him. It's over a year and a half now. You spent 15 years together with him. It's still possible that he still loves you just as you still love him. So swallow your pride and make the call.
I don't think anyone could prepare me for how brutal it is being the one to end your marriage or relationship. I think in the past, every ex has done something wrong. They've done something wrong, and it's been fairly easy to be like, no, I deserve more. I love my ex, now husband, I guess. He's a great guy. So many great things. Our life is great. But it's not the life I want.
This is a case of another lady similar to the one we just watched. According to her, her husband is a great guy and she loves him. but she still ended the marriage. Why?
He's a great guy. So many great things. Our life is great. But it's not the life I want.
The one kudos I'll always give to women like this is that they admit that the man that they left was a great guy. They don't really come up with any bad thing that the guy does, but somehow they still end up leaving him, just for their own selfish reasons.
And so I have to choose that, and I have to remember that life is so short. Life is so short, and I don't want to live with regret of not living life how I want.
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
My dog is snoring. That is perfect timing. So I'm taking a chance and a huge leap of faith and potentially ruining so much to follow my dreams.
She's following her dreams, guys. She's following her dreams. They always think the grass is greener on the other side until they reach the other side and they realize it was all just an illusion. You had a great guy. He was good to you, did everything a man should do, but you wanted more. They always want more.
I just left my husband of 23 years, and tell me why. I was in the garage unloading the groceries, and my ex had pulled up to drop off the twins. And he sees me unloading the groceries. Did he offer to help? Absolutely not. He stood and he watched, though.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
And so I obviously wasn't going to give him the satisfaction and asking for help because, you know, we are independent over here. And so you bet your ass off that I picked up all 15 bags of groceries, milk and everything in one go because we are strong.
Part of divorcing him means he's not your man anymore. He doesn't come running when you call. He doesn't get the groceries. You're not entitled to any free labor from him anymore, unless he chooses to avail himself to help you. You don't get to complain. That's the deal you signed up for.
If you're considering getting divorced, one of my best pieces of advice for you is to prepare yourself that your spouse is going to move on, and they're possibly going to move on much quicker than you're comfortable with.
Here we go again. Another woman who didn't really understand the implications of getting divorced before she asked her husband for it. It seems as if they don't really think it through before they conclude they want it. I don't know.
My ex-husband and I, when I told him I wanted a divorce in May, we, decided we were going to sell the house. We started separating our assets. We sold our house in August, moved out in September, and he was already out and about around July. So we were not even out of our house, and he was already moving on.
You told the man that you wanted out. You told the man you wanted a divorce, and you're surprised he's listening to you and granting your wish? What a very strange and unexpected thing for a man to do.
But it was something that I accepted. When I decided that I wanted to divorce this man, it wasn't a hasty decision. I really thought about this decision for a long time. I had actually told him I wanted a divorce 2 years before I divorced him. He, begged and pleaded and cried and, let's work things out. And, so I gave it a chance. And then inevitably, we came to a place where I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I also didn't want him to even try. Like, I ended up writing him a letter, and my letter, I was just like, please just let it go. Like, let's just move on,
You can't make this up. So you told him what you wanted for 2 years straight. You told him you wanted the divorce for 2 good years. He cried, he begged, and told you to work things out, and you refused. Yet you're still surprised that he's moving on.
But when I came to this decision, I also accepted that he's going to move on, and I have to accept that. And the other part of it is I honestly accepted that there's a possibility I could end up single for the rest of my life. I could possibly not meet someone. And even though that's of course not what I want or wanted, I still accepted that it's a possibility, and that choice to me was better than staying in the marriage that I was in. But yeah, that's probably my best piece of advice to you, is if this is something you're seriously considering, you need to consider that he will find somebody else. He absolutely likely knows how to be a husband. He knows how to date. He knows how to treat a woman. And he's going to use those skills that you taught him on someone else. And
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
you have to accept that. If you can't accept that, if you can't see it, if you can't see other women around your children or other men around your children, then try counseling. You know, this is not like a, hey, everybody go get divorced. Like, it's a hard decision. There's a lot that comes with it. I'm often asked, like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And for me, one of the things I did was I accepted this. Like, I don't care if I see him with someone else. Doesn't bother me. To this day, doesn't bother me.
So that was a lie.
I'm not a body language expert, but I can tell when someone is quietly regretting the decision they made. You can tell she's clearly bothered. She's bothered because the man she left moved on quickly, and she's seeing him happy with another woman. She's clearly bothered.
Doesn't bother me. To this day, doesn't bother me. Like, I literally don't care because I accepted it long ago. So that's one of my pieces of advice. If you are thinking about it, like, seriously consider that, and consider that you also might not meet anyone, because let me tell you, dating culture is trash. Like, we're not joking. It's seriously trash.
Dating culture is trash. That's the only meaningful thing she said throughout the video. You can't walk out of a good marriage in the hopes of finding something better in this present times and actually find it, especially if you're a woman. Nothing is out here in the streets for you. You're just going to be passed around, and you'd hardly find someone that will commit to you. At least she knows the reality today that the dating culture is trash. She should have kept the man that was begging to keep her happy.
My ex-fiance was not a bad man. He was actually an extremely, extremely good man. And I will maintain that until the end of my days. He was a good man. But even good men are conditioned into entitlement.
Bullshit. Wait a
I seriously think this is turning into an epidemic of women destroying their good relationships, all in the name of looking for the perfect man. You all heard her say it with her own mouth. Her ex-fiance was a good man. She even prefixed it with the word extremely. She said he was an extremely, extremely good man, but she still walked away, looking for Mr. Perfect. This must be an epidemic by now. Let's listen to her.
And all women are conditioned into servanthood. My partner did all the things he's supposed to do. He worked a hard job and he provided the financial means for our house. He was our main breadwinner. He fixed things in the house. He showed up. He played occasional dates. Like, he did all the things he was supposed to do. But there was something missing in the day-to-day that I really did not give credit to how important it was. And that really was just like the emotional capacities that we had. I saw someone comment on one of my recent videos of like feeling exhausted because she was having to beg for that emotionality in her relationship. And it brought me back to so many conversations where I was sitting across from my partner, like begging him to just be emotional and open with me in a way that he could not access.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What does that even mean? What does it mean? You want him to be emotional and open with you. What does that mean? You want him to sit across you like your girlies and tell you about his feelings and shed tears and cry so that you console him? What does that mean?
And it constantly made me feel like I was too much. And he was never saying that. He was never like, you were too much. But it always made me feel like I was too much. And what we've come to the realization in our separation is that my emotional capacity, because of my life experiences, is incredibly large. And his is just not. And that's okay. That's not an inherently bad thing on either of our parts. But what I do think it says is that like we can't be mismatched in that, and that it isn't enough for your partner to just be a good guy. It's not enough for him to just be the breadwinner. It's not enough for him to be the person that shows up for the dates that you plan. It's not enough for him to plan an occasional date. It's not enough for him to remember special events. It's not enough for him to show up when you ask him to. It's not enough for him to show up when you ask him to. There needs to be this reciprocal relationship with intentionality, with emotionality, with future planning, with drive and ambition, and who pushes things forward and who creates the momentum, even for things like chores and errands. I think so many great women settle for men who are good men, who could provide happy, stable lives, but they miss out on the opportunity to understand themselves and what they need deeper because they think that that's enough. So all this being said, if you are with a good man and you feel like you're begging to be seen and heard in your relationship, you can still leave a good man even if he hasn't done anything bad to you.
I think I lost some brain cells by just listening to her for the few minutes that I've listened to her. Seriously, I did lose some brain cells, and I have no comment for any of the things that she said. Please feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.